I'm going to review the different types of sentences you need to know for this unit. There are 3 different types, and as I go through the types, I'll go over non-manual markers and any signs you need to know. When we're signing, our parameters, the components that make up a sign, are really important. The same is true for when we are signing different types of sentences. Non-manual markers or facial expressions, that is what new ASL students struggle with the most, and it takes practice. It might feel unnatural, but you have to practice it and be aware of it, because if you change your facial expression, you could end up changing the kind of question you're asking, and I'll get to that later on. So the 3 types, the first one is just a sentence or a statement. This is the sign for sentence. For a sentence or statement, your facial expression is neutral. You don't change it. You might see some people raise their eyebrows at the beginning of the sentence, but they're just focusing on the topic. So don't worry about that. When we are looking at facial expressions to tell us what kind of sentence we're looking at, we look at the end, the facial expression done at the end. So sentence or statement, eyebrows neutral. Just keep them where they are. The second is a yes, no, and then the sign for question. So go around and then do the dot. Your non-manual marker for yes, no questions, your eyebrows go up. When your eyebrows go up, your eyes naturally widen, and you also tilt your head forward just a little bit. So eyebrows up. The reason our eyebrows go up is because when we're using spoken language, we inflect our voice, we give information about what we're saying based on how we say it. So if I'm asking, are you learning sign language? Are you learning sign language? My voice went up. Are you deaf? My voice went up. Since we aren't using our voices in ASL, we use our facial expressions instead. So in spoken language, voice goes up. In ASL, eyebrows go up. So an example, are you deaf? You, deaf. My eyebrows went up for the last sign. They weren't up the entire time, just for the end. Are you learning ASL? Putting it in ASL structure. ASL, you, learn, eyebrows up. When you respond to a yes-no question, you want to respond with more than just yes or no. You want to either restate the question, or you can add more information. So, are you learning ASL? Yes, ASL, I learn. Or no, I'm learning Spanish or whatever. Or you could say, no, but I want to learn. So you have to give more than just one word. So yes, no, eyebrows up. The third type is WH. So WH questions. For this one, your non-manual marker, your eyebrows go down, or some people say furrowed, eyebrows down, and you tilt your head forward, just a little bit. You've already seen examples of WH questions when we asked your name, what? Our eyebrows went down. So going through some other WH question words, or just question words in general. So we have what, then we have who, do an L, put your thumb on your chin, who. Where, I tell students to think of a compass because the needle, how it goes back and forth. So do a 1 and make sure your eyebrows are down. And it's not just moving your finger. It's not like no. Where. Then we have when. I tell students to think of a clock. In a clock, the hands go around. So non-dominant is a 1, dominant is also a 1, and it goes around. When. So far we have what, who, where, when. The next one is why, and there's different ways to sign why. The way I tell students to do it, close 5 hand, touch the temple and kind of at an angle, and you're going to pull down to the letter Y. Y. And you're not pulling it all the way down here, just Y. Another way of doing it is middle finger forward, Y. Remember, eyebrows down. And then there are a few signers on our videos that you might see them do this. I don't want you doing that one. So either Y or Y. The next word is which. So do you want this one or this one? Thumbs up, this or this, which. The sign for how, bent hands, put them together, and you're going to rotate your dominant one, how. You'll see some people rotate both, but most it's just one, how. How many, how much, start as fists and pop them up to fives. How many, how much. The last question word is what kind or what type. The sign for kind or type, do K hand shapes. Your dominant circles forward and lands on top of your non-dominant. With this, we don't sign kind or type and then what. We just put our eyebrows down and then circle to show it's a question. So going over those again, what, who, where, when, why or why, which, how many, how much, what kind or what type. And with WH questions, like we saw with your name, what, the question word goes at the end. So sentence or statement, neutral facial expression, yes, no, eyebrows up, WH, eyebrows down.